to the river. I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, saying, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, washing me clean, kerosene creek.
This thing has enormous power, enormous luxury, and it is a bespoke interior.
She's got 975 pound-feet of torque way down at 1600 RPM. And GM claims a 25% low-end torque increase compared to the outgoing model. And when outfitted correctly, this 3/4 ton can tow over 22,000 pounds.
There are a lot of Denali Ultimate only things inside here, like the calligraphy of the trim and the dash, the real wood, the leather, the calligraphy in the leather, a lot of different textures and touch points in here. It's just an absolutely beautiful vehicle. I mean, you have torque and power for days. It's fifth wheel ready. It's just an incredible vehicle, and it's a very usable vehicle, and that's really what a lot of people are going to be using this for. This is going to be their Cadillac that they can put a trailer behind. This is an ultimate luxury heavy duty truck. You can get a Denali Ultimate 1500 3/4 ton, which is a 2500 that I'm in right now, or the Denali Ultimate in a 3500, a 1 ton. So if you want to go up towing capability, you can do that. Or if you wanted to go down, save, I think it's about 12 grand less for the half-ton version of this truck, because you don't need that kind of towing capacity, but you do want an ultimate Denali pickup truck, the half-ton is available there for you. Now let's look at this interior. The trim, the fit and finish, the infotainment, the heads-up display, the color dash instrument cluster, all the things that should be physical touch buttons, like the heated cooled seats, all the HVAC controls, the automatic tailgate, exhaust brake, all your towing options, your lighting options, your bed light, all that stuff is a physical touch button. Thank you, GM, for doing that. I think we're all tired of having our use on a daily basis buttons inside of a screen we have to search for or do a couple of page flips to get to it. I have to use it every day. Please don't lock it behind a screen or an unlock or a swipe. Just let me push the button. And you guys did that. Thank you so much. The seating here. The seating is incredible. Massage seats. And I'm not talking about that 90s vibration massage. I mean real massage. It's got, I can feel at least 6 heads inside of here actually applying pressure and rubbing me down. I love it. The ventilation is anywhere from hardly noticeable to quite a bit of ventilation. You have 3 different climate options for ventilated seats. Heated seats, you have 2 zone, 3 power levels per zone. And this thing is very smooth and comfortable, especially for a vehicle that is rated to tow so much. The transmission and engine are very much a heavy-duty engine and transmission. The transmission is by Allison. It likes to hold gears. It expects you to have something back there for towing. And you do have the option to flip it into manual mode here on your column gear selector and do gear up or gear down, do shift changes yourself. The heads-up display is very large, very bright, very clean and crisp heads-up display. Heavy duties of the past, and I don't mean like the 70s and 80s, I mean 10, 15 years ago, they were like riding on a pallet or like a forklift. It was just an absolute railroad experience because the springs, especially in the back, were just loaded so stiff all the time. It's not like that anymore. You're not just getting a luxury interior, you're getting a luxury vehicle that is also wildly capable. I mean, this thing can out-tow a 1 ton from 10 years ago. It's absurd where these vehicles have gone. And yes, we can complain about the price. I don't want to pay $90-something thousand for this vehicle, but that's because I don't have that kind of money to spend, to be completely honest. If I was stacked with cash and I wanted a heavy-duty pickup truck and I had the money to drop on something like this, I would get it. These are incredibly nice, and it's below 6 figures. So price is subjective, especially when you have the option to get this much power, a full 4 doors, 5th wheel hitch ready, all the same, you know, mechanical and work capability in a much lower trim. You're trimming up to this Denali and Denali Ultimate here because you want this interior. That's why you're getting this. It's got some exterior trim pieces that make it a little bit more obvious on the outside what this thing is, but really you're buying it for the interior, and this thing is so nice. And I can't help myself, so let's just give her another quick pull here. She ain't a sports car. It is not a sports car. Do not get me wrong, but it runs, and you can tell that it's got a lot of torque that you just aren't going to feel and apply until there's something behind it. I mean, these things have so much available torque that until you put a trailer behind it, you really have no idea how much power these things put out and actually get to the ground. This big touchscreen infotainment system here is nice and bright. It's clear. It's facing towards me. This dash is driver focused. The infotainment system is down a little bit and it's not upward facing, so I'm not getting any sun glare, which was notorious on other General Motors products, including the Chevrolet Camaro. They heard everybody, thank God, because this has been fixed because it's bigger, but I'm not getting glare here. And in both your digital gauge cluster here and your heads-up display, you have different modes and screens you can flip through, including your off-road features, because this is a 4-wheel drive pickup truck. It really is just too much fun. This thing is way too big to be this much fun. Oh man, it just soaks it up. It just soaks up everything. Truly, when I got in this truck, I was expecting a heavy-duty experience of yesteryear. You might as well not even have shocks in those older heavy duties, but this is not that. The stitching, the piping, the woodwork, the leather work, and specifically on the stitching, the type of stitching. I don't believe they have an official like internal naming structure for the style of stitching this is, but it's the type of stitching that you would see on authentic Mexican or Native American moccasins, that wide cross X pattern. It's very unique, not only in the truck segment, in the automotive segment, period. This is very much not done throughout the industry, and it really makes this one stand out against the likes of its competitors. Before we get out of here, let's do one more quick run down this little trail we have found. It is paved, but it probably got paved 20 years ago. There is nothing on it, and she's got a little scoot spot right here. Let's see if I can get her on around town there. Man, and it's just soaking it up. It is so good. So good. Love it. Love this truck. Oh my God, why can't I be rich so I can buy one? This Denali Ultimate is the newest, highest trim, and the most ultimate in luxury for the General Motors pickup truck. But who is this vehicle really for? It's for anybody that needs this level of capability and towing capacity that can also afford this high of a trim of a vehicle, at least in the area that I live in here in East Texas. Because around here, this is not going to be a show vehicle. Believe it or not, people will work out of this truck. Don't get me wrong, this is not going to be the fleet beater. But around here, a pickup truck is the family vehicle of choice. And if you can come up with enough cash or credit to be able to work this hard on a Monday and still look this good on Sunday morning, then you are the person that this truck was designed for. Trucks like this are the closest we currently have to the definition of a do-it-all vehicle.
Bury me, carry me, far beneath, fire and water me, going down deep, saying, bury me, carry me, need